Okay, so hello everyone. Today's been an interesting it's a morning here when I'm recording this in St. Louis, and we have the change in time and everything, so it's a little bit lighter, which is nice in the mornings, but it's a little bit more dark at night, which is challenging. And we're moving into, I've been listening to a lot of astrologists. We're moving into an eclipse. We're in an eclipse season. We're moving towards a full moon eclipse in Taurus next week on Friday, the 19th. And I thought that I was going to do something that was more about heart centering because of what I've been hearing from the astrologists, that we really need to stay focused in our heart because of the Scorpio that is kind of, we're coming off of from the new moon, is kind of disrupting things a little bit and bringing things out into the open, which is pretty much what the eclipses are about, is resetting things, putting new patterns into motion, and it kind of going into the darkness to see what we need to see so that we can come out into the light brighter. So when I was shuffling my animal card deck, this is from the animal, Archangel Animal, Diana Cooper. I pulled out, and this has come up for me, this came up last week in my personal meditations, the Rhinoceros. So I figure it must be pretty significant. And obviously they're very, very grounded animals, but what they are also, which I read about, is they are completely embodied in fifth dimensional energy, which is what you may or may not have been hearing about this, which is what the Earth is transforming into a fifth dimensional planet. So we're all going through this. And so the Rhinoceros is here to help us ground. And if you know the Archangel symbols, this is Metatron, which he's in charge. Archangel Metatron is in charge of the ascension process. And his symbol, if you can see it around that card, is sort of keeping a little guardian circle around the Rhinoceros. So he's making sure, Archangel Metatron is making sure that the Rhinoceros is being looked over in his, or watched over in his mission to help us ground in this fifth dimensional energy. And the archangels that we have worked, if you did the Earth Star meditation that's on my YouTube channel, then you know you've worked with Archangel Sandalphon. And if you're not into archangels, I'm just going to tell you the essence. If the angels, I've been talking to a lot of people who are kind of recovering from religious beliefs, and they say that they kind of struggle with the angels. So I'll use just the essence if you don't like the angels. Rokiel is an archangel that resides at the center of the earth. So we're going to connect with him as well. And then with the Rhinoceros also came up Archangel Mary and Michael, and we worked with Michael. There's one on here about clearing out the crap. There's a meditation that I did which was subtitled Clearing Out the Crap, which is what we worked with Michael. So it's about cleaning out things. And Mary's just about higher unconditional love in the heart. Okay, so all of that being said, let's take a few breaths, seated or lying down, however you want to experience this meditation. The breath being the life force, just allowing it to come in and penetrate every cell of your body. And begin to relax you. And we're going to call in the fifth dimensional energy with the breath to help us relax into each and every, the heart of each and every cell. So the fifth dimensional is just about shifting from third dimensional energy, which can be violent, which can be rough, which is kind of an illusion that we're stuck in of negativity. And the fifth dimension helps us to see through our heart. So that's a very, very basic explanation of the difference. So we're going to call in the fifth dimensional energy, and we're going to call in the rhinoceros. So if your feet especially are touching the ground, or you can use anything that's touching any surface of your body, but imagine that you have those four hooves of the rhinoceros, and that it's a very heavy animal, and it moves very slow on the earth. And what it does each time that its foot touches the earth, it spreads that fifth dimensional energy into the ley lines. So whatever is touching the earth now, your feet, your sit bones on your chair, whatever is touching or close to the surface of the earth, just imagine that we are an ambassador of light, of this fifth dimensional light that's going to come through, and we're grounding it. We're helping ourselves ground in this lighter vibration on earth, and thus helping the earth in her transition also. I'm just going to read a little bit about the rhinoceros while we are grounding into this energy. It says, these massive creatures, their fortitude and their love of earth have enabled them to ascend into the fifth dimension. So love of earth. So let's embody that love of earth as you breathe in and as you are in contact with the earth. Their sole mission is to act as bridges between source and earth. So let's take on that soul mission, if you would like, to be like the rhinoceros and act as a bridge between source and earth. Rhinoceros helps people and animals plug their Earth Star chakras into Lady Gaia, who also resides at the center of the earth, to be charged with her light. So let's do that. So from your sit bones, from your feet, you can do a tripod of that, or you can just go from the sit bones or just from the feet, but I like the tripod. And that will be, we're drawing light from source energy through the top of our head, through our body, being like this conduit for this fifth dimensional light, out through the sit bones, through the bottoms of the feet, making a tripod that eventually merges into one strong grounding cord and taking it to the center of the earth. And Lady Gaia is there. She's going to put some green color in it. Rokiel, who is the male energy that resides at the center of the earth, is going to ground us and begin to distribute this energy into the ley lines. They're like the meridians in our body. The earth has meridians just like we do, calling them ley lines, and just spreading it through from the center of the earth outward into all of the elements that reside on the earth: the water, the rocks, the dirt, the fire, And this is also helping us strengthen our spiritual foundation. So the essence of Lady Gaia is the feminine aspect of growth, of moving towards a more feminine aspect for everyone on Earth. That's part of the fifth dimension, to balance this patriarchal society we've been operating under. And Rokiel is there to help us be that light beam, to ground us into being that light beam. And also, so it's the essence of solidness, of being focused, and then also the essence of Archangel Sandalphon, who is also very grounded and very focused. But he also adds an element of peace. And he is associated with the Earth Star Chakra, which is 3 feet below you. And we've worked a lot with this on the different videos that are on the YouTube. So let's connect with that personal Earth Star. Archangel Sandalphon overlooks it, or just the essence of grounded peace. And then we're going to bring that energy back up through our body from Lady Gaia, from the beautiful colors, the beautiful growth, the living plants, animals, everything, the rocks that are alive, the water is alive, all of that life on Earth transformed into that fifth dimensional energy is going to come up through our body now. And this is where Archangel Michael and Mary come in. Michael being the essence of strength, clearing. Mary being the essence of unconditional, heartfelt love. The colors are dark blue for Michael, turquoise for Mary. So we're going to bring those colors up around our body and swirl them around our body from the center of the earth. And it's going to be like a mild, let's call it a mild tornado around our body, because it's helping us to shift, to ground in love and strength, and clear out anything that's not of fifth dimensional energy. We did this with Michael before, more specifically, but now we're just going to encase ourselves in this dark blue and turquoise light. And what this is doing is activating the knowledge and wisdom that you are ready to bring forth. So we have the groundedness of the rhinoceros, which reminds you that you're already doing a great deal of service work. If you're here, you're doing it just by being here. And so we're going to let this light, turquoise, dark blue light that surrounds us now, bring forth the knowledge that we are ready to connect with. And up above this cocoon that's around us of light is an opening, which Archangel Metatron, I'm putting up this, his symbol if you need to see it again, is right above us, about 3 feet above us, opening us to this ascended light. It's called the Stellar Gateway Chakra. We'll work more with this later. But just know it's an opening to this fifth dimensional energy. It's coming from source, from the sun, however you want to view source energy. coming down through us, connecting back with through this cocoon of this light, royal blue, turquoise, and right through the center of our body, this fifth dimensional energy, and back down to the earth, to the center of the earth. And then it's returning to, and it's spreading through the earth ley lines, but it's also coming back up and returning through this blue light and surrounding us. So if you're not seeing the colors, it's okay. Just get a feeling of connecting as you breathe. What is the feeling of being connected to this fifth dimensional love and light energy and surrounded by it and grounded in it? If you're seeing the golden light, that's Metatron. It can be golden, it can be kind of golden orangey. We're going to ask our bodies to embody this fifth dimensional light during this eclipse season. The astrologers are saying a lot is going to be brought, a lot of darkness may be brought to our attention within us, and especially without us outside in the media. And so our job is going to be, and next week we'll work on the heart energy, is going to be staying grounded in the heart, grounded to this fifth dimensional energy, and staying focused on, if we absorb it, we'll ask this light that surrounds us, Archangel Michael, to release it and help us connect with this turquoise, unconditional light and love of Mary. So when we witness these things, we witness them from the point of view of the fifth dimension without keying into the suffering and the darkness. We see it like an owl seeing through the darkness. We're grounded like the rhinoceros, knowing we are in this fifth dimensional energy of love and light, and viewing it from that point of view, knowing it's all just about this ascension, this growth that's happening. This stuff has to come up within us and within everyone that's on earth right now because of this ascension, this shift we're going through. So staying grounded, just make this resolve to stay in this cocoon for the rest of the week. This royal blue and turquoise, I see it kind of like a layer, the royal blue on the outside, the turquoise, the next layer, and then on the inside is the golden light. And Archangel Michael's going to protect us. However, you can activate your own protection as well. And that's basically what he's encouraging us to do. Our own strength, our own ability to see through the darkness with the eyes of the fifth dimension. So let's just, before we end, put some of this energy, swirl it through your eyes, your eyesight, your third eye. Breathe it into the physical eyes, into the third eye, so that we're connected to the insides of it, and we can have the ability to see through what may come up within and around us. Any other intentions that you would like to add? Add that as you're breathing. And thank the source, the earth, Lady Gaia, Archangel Rokiel, grounding and balancing us in the feminine and masculine. Sandalphon, bringing in the grounded sense of peace. Michael, the protection. Mary, the heart, unconditional love, energy. Metatron for the opening to this fifth dimensional light. And ourselves. And anything else you want to give thanks for right now. And then when we open our eyes, we'll just make the resolve to see with, through, and around fifth dimensional perspective, vibration. And if we make that resolve as you open your eyes and resolve to see with your fifth dimensional self throughout this week, you may see some things that you aren't aware of, but that's okay. Just seeing them from this perspective will help you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. And just knowing that you have the support within you and around you to see more clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and namaste.